Sara Blaydes' The Restoration Garden is a dual timeline novel that blends historical mystery with contemporary family drama. It follows Julia Esdaile, a landscape architect rebuilding her life, and Irene Clarke, a woman's wartime secrets haunt the present. The story begins with Julia, whose career has collapsed after a scandal. Reeling from the overdose death of her sister Rebecca, Julia takes responsibility for raising her young nephew Sam. Seeking stability, she accepts a commission to restore the gardens of Havenworth Manor, a fading estate in the English countryside. The manor's elderly owner, Margaret Clarke, insists the gardens be restored exactly as they were in 1940. Julia finds this unusual, especially since no photographs or plans survive. Margaret's godson, Andrew Morrison, a reserved doctor, helps Julia settle in, but warns her about the estate's fragile history. While exploring the manor, Julia discovers a Florilegium, a hand-illustrated botanical journal created by Margaret's half-sister Irene. The journal contains exquisite drawings of flowers and coded notes that hint at Irene's wartime activities. Margaret reveals that Irene betrayed her country during World War II and vanished, leaving Margaret with unresolved grief and anger. Julia becomes determined to uncover the truth, believing the restoration of the garden is tied to Margaret's need for closure. The narrative alternates between two timelines. Present day, Julia struggles with guilt over Rebecca's death, her faltering career, and the responsibility of raising Sam. The garden becomes a metaphor for her own healing, as each plant restored mirrors her attempt to rebuild her life. 1940s wartime, Irene's story unfolds, revealing her involvement in espionage, her betrayal, and the consequences that tore her family apart. As Julia restores the garden, she uncovers Irene's hidden past and confronts Margaret's bitterness. The process of restoration becomes symbolic, healing wounds, reconciling with loss, and finding beauty in brokenness. Julia's bond with Sam deepens, and her relationship with Andrew evolves into quiet companionship, offering her hope for the future. The climax occurs when Julia deciphers Irene's coded notes, revealing the truth about her wartime choices. Margaret finally confronts her sister's legacy, finding peace after decades of anger. The resolution emphasizes renewal. The garden stands restored, not as a replica of the past, but as a living testament to resilience. Julia learns that restoration is not about recreating what was lost, but about honoring memory while embracing renewal. Margaret finds closure, and Julia discovers her own path forward. Structurally, The Restoration Garden blends lyrical prose with historical intrigue. The pacing alternates between investigative sequences and emotional family drama. Dialogue captures the tension between past and present, while descriptive passages emphasize the sensory richness of gardens and the emotional terrain of grief and forgiveness. Overall, the novel presents a detailed account of Julia Esdaile's restoration project, Irene Clarke's wartime secrets, and Margaret's need for closure. It offers readers a narrative that combines historical mystery with contemporary healing.